Well, hello folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up this screen. Oh, Aitx, A to the I to the T to the X. They just got a big order that's been received, so that looks pretty interesting. Let's talk about Aitx. And I've had a bunch of requests to cover Aitx. It's been a little while, so I wanted to take a little dive into it and see what's going on with it. Let's get this up here where we can see it a little better. Okay, it says Aitx Robotics Assistant Devices receives a large order from a hospital group, and I find that very interesting. It says today announced that that RAD received an order for 17 Rosa security robots through one of the company's largest dealers. That's a big order. That's probably the third or fourth biggest order they've ever gotten. I know they got a 50 back in June. And it's a large regional hospital. It's part of a health group, over 600 locations. So that's interesting. So it sounds like they're sort of testing it out. You know, this could be a big customer for them one day. Said the customer will be revealed in the next few months. So 16 of the Rosas specified for this deployment will be configured as Rosa P devices. And Rosa P is a new member of the Rosa lineup that uses existing light poles as its primary power source, whether or not the light is centrally controlled. Rosa P receives power from the pole, and of course there's tons of those around the hospital, during nighttime hours when the fixture is active. When daylight comes, the unit then switches to auxiliary power through its internal battery. So that's pretty smart. And that gives you the 24/7 coverage you gotta have at hospital because it never stops there. It's always just constant. And it says, all Rosa systems will be deployed throughout the facility's largest parking lots and have been pre-configured for use with the RAD Light My Way platform. And I really like the RAD Light My Way platform. I think that could be a lifesaver. I love RAD Light My Way. And if you've never seen RAD Light My Way, you can see how useful this would be. You know, you can pretend this is basically a hospital here. And here's a nurse getting ready to leave, or anybody in a big corporate office. Okay, she punches in RAD Light My Way. Now she can look and see what's going on out there if there's anybody near her car or on her way to her car. So she already knows before she takes off that, hey, things are pretty safe out there. Okay, it says, look here, it says, now Claudia has approached the parking lot. She'll activate the RAD Light My Way, and she's in control of this, that's really cool. Now the lights light up, all the security devices light up as she walks out. Now you're gonna feel look, this could be male or female. You know, there's plenty of people out there who would like to knock somebody over the head for their purse or their wallet. And look at all that security and that lighting. As she's walking to her car, security in progress with a Rosa. And there she's going to her car. So, you know, and now she's safe in her car. So that's pretty awesome. It says parking lots are the third most common place for assaults, abductions, and homicides. I believe that. Safety group found that 70% of armed robberies and 56% of these types of incidents and healthcare workers occurred in the parking lot because that's where you go. I mean, that'd be the easiest way to get them. You just sit there and hide behind a car in the dark and wait for somebody to walk out, and boom, you got them. It says this is an ideal deployment for Rosa and showcases RAD Light My Way platform as an affordable solution. And everybody's looking for affordable solutions right now, and they're looking for a way to keep payroll down. It says provides a safe environment for our healthcare heroes, said Steve Reinhardt. The nursing staff had felt very uncomfortable walking to and from their cars. With the deployment of RAD Light My Way, we intend to make an impact on the instances of assault and other dangerous crimes that often occur in unmanned parking lots. So that's great. And when I say this is going to save lives, I don't have any doubt of it. I really think it's that important. So that's one of the reasons that I really do root for this company. I really think they're trying to do something that's going to help society in some respects and give more security out there, which we need because crime is out of control. Now, I will tell you, we're in a really bad market right now. The last week has been terrible. This is actually a 1 week performance, and this is the heat map. And as you can see, like Apple's down 6% this week. Freaking Google's down 5%. Give me a break. Amazon 5%, Tesla's down 7%. So this has been a terrible week. There's almost nothing that's up in the last week, and most of it's down big time. And that's a huge drop for Apple. They don't drop 6%. So I'm not surprised that Aitx is down as well. And they're sitting down here at this 1 cent level, and there's support right there. You can see it hit one time right there, and this is as low as it's been in a very long time. And we'll see if it bounces off of that or whether it breaks through. If it breaks through, the next support would appear to be 7 or 8/10 of a cent would be the next support. Although you could come back here and you could get some support back in here. So it's really hard to say where support's going to smack. Hopefully it holds this 1 penny. But it's hard to say. And the stock itself, their outstanding shares are 5,068,000,000, so they have sold about 70 million shares to raise money because this company needs to raise money. And that's one of the reasons that I currently don't own Aitx. As I've told you, I've owned it 3 times in the past and tried to swing trade it a few times, and I wasn't very successful. I did break even on them, but I got lucky to do that. This has been a tough market, especially in pennies. And right now, I'm not buying anything that's not profitable. And unfortunately, Aitx is not profitable, and they're not cash flow positive. They're moving towards that, but they're not there yet. So I'm looking at this stock strictly as a swing trade for me because I think their year-over-year comparison for their second quarter is going to be darn good because June was a really strong month. July, it looked like it was okay. And August is probably okay. It depends if these 17 units fall into August. It was announced on the 31st, but whether or not that's going to be included in August, I don't know. That would be an interesting question because that would really help the month a lot. But I think their year over year should be pretty strong. And as we've talked about, the reason that they're raising money is they've only got about $1 million in cash as of May, and now they've raised some money since then, obviously. But only having $1 million in cash is not enough for this company because they're in the high growth mode, and that's an expensive mode. And when you look here at their revenues and the money that they're losing from operations, they're losing a little over $1 million a month. So they really need, $5-10 million bucks sitting on that balance sheet to get me comfortable, and I'm just not there yet. And like I said, I want to see this thing start to get closer to cash flow, and before I even consider holding it long term. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if that year over year doesn't make it bounce a little bit in the coming month and a half or 2 months. Because as you can see, they reported on the 12th, which 3 months after would be probably October 15th in that area before they report again. Because remember, their quarters are different. They start March 1st is the start of their year, and they end February 28th. So probably October 15th in that area is will be when they report their second quarter, and we'll get to see that comp. And there's not a ton of shorts on this stock right now. It's down to 18% because it has dropped down to that basis support. So you can see it's not super high. And if you remember, one of the things that I had told you that I was concerned about was Steve Reinhardt's in his acting career. I'm sure, as you know, several of the products are going to be in some big movies. Steve Reinhardt's has been involved in that on some level, and those folks in Hollywood, I told you, they've kind of taken a shine to him. And so he has been trying out for various movie roles, et cetera. But I haven't heard anything new, so I think that concern is actually dropping. Now, I showed you a couple of the movies that he tried out for, and the one that I thought he was going to get right before Johnny Depp won that trial was the Pirates of the Caribbean. He would have been good in that.
The pirate is in your blood, boy, so you'll have to square with that someday. Now, me, for example, I can let you drown. But I can't bring this ship into Tortuga all by me once, savvy?
So you can see why I was concerned. He pretty much nailed that part. But again, with Johnny Depp winning that trial over Amber Heard, I think Johnny's going to make a comeback. So, like I said, we'll just wait and see on that. But my Hollywood spy has not brought me any new information on Steve Reinhardt's and any movie roles that he might be in. As a matter of fact, I had him fly in again, and just so he could tell you himself.
Yeah, as of right now, we're not hearing anything about Steve Reinhardt's landing any big roles, but I'll be the first to tell you once I hear anything. But as of right now, it's been pretty much calm on the whole Steve Reinhardt's movie career.
Okay, folks, so you just heard it from the horse's mouth, and I had him fly in from California, which I would assume costs a lot of money. So I'm trying to get you that information best I can. All right, folks, that's a real nice piece of information, large order received. And I think that Rad Light My Way is a very important product that's going to really help a lot of big corporations and hospitals. And I just see that being a home run long term. I hope that it is, because I think it could really save some lives. But unfortunately, the penny stocks are getting hammered right now. I wish I could come out more positive on Aitx, because I really want it to succeed. Right now, it's just a tough time. So I'm just in a wait and see mode. And I'm going to wait till we get closer to that second quarter year-over-year comp before I do anything on this company. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover Aitx. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.